The Skywalker Saga has been around ever since 1977 when George Lucas created Star Wars A New Hope, or what was initially called The Star Wars at the time, and a lot of fans since then have really loved the Star Wars franchise by, of course, Lucasfilm, George Lucas, and have had some problems by how Disney has handled the Star Wars franchise with the sequel trilogy. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that we do know about the future of Star Wars is that Disney and Lucasfilm are trying to find ways in order to truly reinvent the franchise. They are trying to find ways that's going to reunite the fan base and to really evolve the Star Wars franchise, right? So, The Rise of Skywalker was the first attempt at doing this by bringing a return of Emperor Palpatine, changing the events of Return of the Jedi and how Palpatine survived. Now, as you all know, just a couple of days ago, we finally learned that Palpatine was indeed a clone all along, with his spirit attached to that actual clone body. And the reason as to why he's hooked up to that actual machine is because his body was never fully developed. It's a very interesting story, and honestly, it's more true to Star Wars Legends. We do know that JJ went through multiple ideas of how Palpatine came back in The Rise of Skywalker, and that it was never fully introduced in the movie, not even in the original script. Only one of the drafts of The Rise of Skywalker introduced Palpatine as a clone before switching specific ideas here and there. Now, what's really intriguing and also quite worrisome at the same exact time, but also has me very interested, is that now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are focused on their new Star Wars universe as well as the new Star Wars trilogy of films. Now, it's explained that Disney has a major plan in place to create a better future for Star Wars and to respect the Star Wars community, where it's noted that Lucasfilm has a plan in place to retcon the entire Skywalker Saga entirely in different and unique ways that will be geared towards some of the core characters that many fans love and enjoy. Now, it's noted that Lucasfilm wants to retcon elements of the story of Palpatine further and Palpatine's family, and the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise, and how Colin Trevorrow's character Tor Valum will play a major role in the new Star Wars universe that will retcon the Skywalker Saga entirely. Now, it's explained that Disney wants to create an even greater evil that was pulling the strings in the background of the Skywalker Saga, a greater evil that was controlling Plagueis and Palpatine, one even more powerful than Plagueis, and that they have a plan to bring in character Tor Valum as being that actual character, who originally was going to be the master of one of the Sith Lords who instructed Darth Plagueis, where it's noted that Lucasfilm wants to retcon the Skywalker Saga as a way to use this as a way to kickstart the new Star Wars characters that will play a massive role behind the scenes during the events of the prequels, originals, and sequels, that will change how fans view the films, and that the main plan to do this is by introducing the new Sith Lord creature called Tor Valum, taken directly from Colin Trevorrow's script, and that they want to introduce the Remni core system into the Star Wars franchise and even for new movies. So, the thing about Tor Valum, I don't know if you guys know about this, but there was an original script of Episode 9 called Duel of the Fates by Colin Trevorrow before he was fired by Kathleen Kennedy, and in there, one of the villains that was going to instruct Kylo Ren was an actual character that instructed Darth Plagueis, and even knew Palpatine as well. So this character Tor Valum, they have a plan in order to make Tor Valum an actual character that was actually pulling the strings in the background of the Skywalker Saga from start to finish. And that's what Disney and Lucasfilm want to do with this character, and using this character as a major retcon to the Skywalker Saga, and how this character is also going to appear in future movies as well, especially for the new Star Wars trilogy. So, Tor Valum, we don't really know too much about him other than the fact that he is placed over in the Remni core system. And what's interesting about the Remni core system is that it was a brand new system created by Colin Trevorrow. It looked amazing. You saw all these dead Sith warriors and dead Jedi warriors on this system on one of the worlds. And it's very interesting because they wanted to do this in a sense in Episode 9, where Kylo Ren was going to literally discover the ancient secrets of the Sith, and how he was going to use that to his own advantage to train to become a Sith. So I think that at the end of the day, that's the route that they should have gone. I think that the title itself was better, Duel of the Fates, way better than The Rise of Skywalker, in my point of view at least. I think that Colin really had something going for a Star Wars movie. Yes, it didn't have as much nostalgia as far as characters go, like Palpatine returning and such, but introducing a character like Tor Valum really seems to be like what they wanted to do, but they did not get to do it. And now they're using that to their own advantage to retcon the Skywalker Saga, as this character being the one who pulls the strings even more so than Darth Plagueis. Is this a good or a bad idea? I don't know. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this. I do like the character design. I like how the character was written in the original Duel of the Fates. If you guys have actually read the script of Duel of the Fates, very interesting material. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.